Adeshimama yebo bibia chimo akwaba esare bagu kensi edwumadie so ewo eye Badwam na edu sam radio na nim se agodie mu nsem ene ye de bramo hu se di si etie ewo eho obe ye wonsem free eye enra FA press conference timi etodwa na Grand Plavi 7 of which ene FA penny for omuhia eye press no mo sensem bebre timi eho ha ye de beto amo hu se di sitie bi ehwe nim se na Plavi what na as want na endra decision ntimi amba out we hu say disi etio sa so ne beto aso akwa anim na fe yakwa akohwe UEFA Champions League no sensam kakra okupiem so Ivory Coast so obo so eja eda François Zari ni chimpe ye san say oduru final na so Ivory Coast what wan hwa na ye woni nkunsa no ye nsema etimi aba betuto eja eho a ye de begu a amo hu ewo eye agokansi adwumadie so ewo Badwam midin ede Adam eje Tony Adams me na midi adwumadie hu chia me hyene so se adwumadie obenya bi ahwe ewo www.majonline.com to say okoha obenya agokansi na wasa ahwe biem ewo thousand na www.multitvworld.com and so obetimi ahwe adwumadie no /streams na bibia timi ekwa animu enti ensem no ye de begu amo hu se de esi ete ewo ho gentwenche so ye bepie mu ewo eno a press conference etimi etodwa na ensem etodwa ewo ne ye hwe animu se central for bebre kopie mu hwe ni se Plavi obetena ana se wontena na so Plavi tena obetena ne so obeko so wonko en won sensem no ye ade ana no yie no na aye din pa yie sempenifo be yi wanu nti ora akwesi nyantachi yo FA president to just say sa Plavi nsensem ne de sisi no wo mo tena se no ma feda ye consultations no ma hwe se de besi akon sample ye be hu sese wo mo ebetena anase o adanse Plavi betena anase ontimi entena ye nhwe ora akwesi nyantachi yenti yebehwe sedie ebesi akọ mashobo eno obehwe ora akwesi nyantachi ne chopa ene sedie wotimi eyi abranti sedi usi yi Grand Plavi 7 of which se wotena anaso wontena no honsensem ewo ho a yebeyi amoahwe no hu sedi si etioti yebeto aso ne akwa anim ne ahwe nsem fro de bom sa nsem no me se hye ne so si yebeyi amoahwe hu sedi si etie ewo ho ave yento a so ne enko ye anim na Ghana initially akensi ebetodwa February 29 na sisi sabre de ye mpanifo de aba betodwa se obibia onsa ka media for ne tutu onsa kan visa ne se bibia betimi akọ anim na afa so dwuma de oso watimi akọ akotwe ebi ewo eho na de ompa chense 25th February na dwuma de no accreditation ni ade nyina betimi akoso ntie se otimi bo omode se de be abehu se de isi ti ewo ne ensema etimi aba betodwa ewo eho afia to aso akua anim dia na enra eho ensensem bia popoya beto odwa no eye ade a otimi se na obi ahwa nim se Kevin Prince Watson any place bi po mo free team no se Plavi what now and I say ye nimu ye akua anim no kan ho dia na wo be ende Plavi so dia to just say abranti e frɛ no ye Kevin Prince Watson obi a wo hian pa ye wo hu ne form se do sisi akan de ma AC Milan wo Serie A no UEFA Champions League no Coppa Italia ne ade nenti e say hia ne biem wo the senior national team no anu ensem a Plavi etimi ede tudwa enra press conference no sensem ana ye de ma hu se de AC etie ewo eho eno samre ye to aso akua anim dia na ensem ede tudwa so ensem ye for senior national team ya ho eno S Black Star player ni Odate Lamte wosi baby aduru no ya kan ese mpanifo ehu se mra ese local strikers ne mo akwanya woso beti ma no obafo obetima Hatma to James Saban ti se omdoso pe ye omnyina eguso ebo omode nti adai ene ye mo akwanya ne wo nso omo ahode nhwe wo so twa ebetimi aboa ama edwumadie no etimi akwani mu ene ye nsem a samre de ni Odate Lamte ya no oye ex Black Stars player on so edi aba betu edwa se SMP4 etimi hwe se de bibia betimi akwani mu ewo eho afeyanto aso ewo omamu aso na yebeka dwumadie bi etodwa eno ade ana eto ewo Central Region zone 1 inter schools wo muguso ebo omode ho eno ekoso Adisade College grounds na no ena records in the gusu to when do omundu suzonumpo super zonals no mundu nanso maba bi set Theodora Akwa ene Edna ya boyemo egusu ebo modern said ye be ya ene amabeko ani mu Theodora eno triple jump na fe Edna so 400 meters no omo ebububu records na ye hwe ani se ne amabeko nti super zonal no emro na wie na mgidi se talent no ye pija edeba said be bibia betimi abo ama Ghana athletics so etimi afa no ntoma pa etimi edi efra eho ene ensem fofra ene so ye dia ba bewram amu said ye esi etie eho na hye ne nso sa agokansie ena yeguso ya ye de brew ewo bedwam dwumadie eso ave samre ye to anim na ye nkohwe ensem foforo so aba betu dwa sem aba betu dwa no CAF aso ye ne no ena Saturday we die Bibia Beda Dean, Super Cup, CAF Super Cup, Esperance, and grab the fair, or more energy best so sending to Esperance for a Harrison for the team, one more energy, CAF Champions League in the sea of National Fame, grab the fair so a CAF. Cup no so om naso to mi bebo na fe ya hwe de no hoden Saturday beto ja 7 November stadium e Tunisia e ho no omde sa kansi na e be hye so na ehu de obetimi adi nkunim na ehu se de besimpo etimi akọ e ho e de ensem a etimi aba beto edwa ye toa ye so ekwe animu e wa African sensem de ana se nim ninka de tuja e che no Francois Zahi wono ene ye manager edema the Ivorian national team as a head coach na omu kopie mo final AFCON 2012 and Zambia for the penalties 8-7 AD free omu nsem na Zambia de pressure pa eja eda ni chemu aye hwe se de bibia betimi etimi akọ all 2-year contract but say they see kon one hwa na omu an renew na no ne bibisa say na do final ye the penalties empo yi no ye ba be pam no ana se ye ja eda ni chempa na went me and do final po third impo na afi fourth no crowd wo die no once and da wo yi lose ye miserably e de be pim na so ye o dey we asem sebe ye beto aso akwa anim na samre de Roberto Mancini eso e de aba betu ja so se enye ne den se Tevez anopa no enra anopa no de chopa betu ja se de wo mo aka wa pa chew wo po bibia chew se boni oyeye wo mo emfa nche no nebom Roberto Mancini so na bibre wo mo se dia papa yi o tintin se di city de wan hwempo ana Abrante friend Carlos Alberto Tevez wentimi amfa no ene na abodwuma me bibia ntimi ankwamne so Roberto Mancini e pa che se da bi one day Sabrante ne agene fom so atum no se samre or committed to Manchester City course na one day obetimi use na ede ne abo dwumadi nti wote anya ne wanwa so obefa Abrante Carlos Alberto Tevez na dwumadi npo etimi akọ animu ewo eho Samre na UEFA Champions League unim se round of 16 yeguso esi akane ma hu se de esi etsi eho enra Olympique Marseille and Inter Milan boy so na Bayern Munich and Basel from Switzerland for so boy yenhwe se de ho popo ya ne sikoe.
We start in Marseille, where the hosts were celebrating a last gasp victory over Inter Milan in the first leg of the Champions League last 16. The 2010 champions Inter on the crest of the slump at the moment and under pressure right from the off. Marseille largely in control of the game, but the Italians did show some glimpses of the form that has deserted them in the last month or so. However, it was the 1993 champions that finished much the stronger. Andre Ayew here, forcing Julio Cesar into a fine stop in injury time. But from the resulting corner, Ayew himself lost his marker to head Marseille into the lead. 1-0 it finished to the French side with more or less the last header of the game. Let's hear from very happy Didier Deschamps.
Well, it's good that we had the success at the end of the match. We were up against a very good team. There weren't too many chances for either side. Even if at the end of the match we controlled the game more. When I saw Zarate coming off, I thought this was good for us. It gave us an extra midfielder and cut down the attacking options for Inter. Maybe we took advantage a little bit. It's better than last year, but we still have a difficult second leg in Milan.
Mais on va voir un deuxième match compliqué là-bas aussi.
Well, it's a great result at home. We didn't concede a goal. Now we have to be focused. We've got to prepare for Sunday's game at Brest and close this page. But it's true, this victory is good for us. But we've got to continue to work. We mustn't lose focus. Felt in the group stage when victory over Manchester United saw them into the last 16, and they produced another fine display in Switzerland to beat Bayern Munich. Alexander Dragovic was denied by the post early on, and 2 minutes later the woodwork again came to Bayern's rescue. This time Alexander Frey clattering his shot against the bar. Outplayed in the first half, Bayern came into it more in the second half. Philipp Lahm denied by a fine save from Basel goalkeeper Jan Sommer. 4 minutes from time, Basel got their award. Jacques Zouer drifting through the defence, then finding Valentin Stocker. He made no mistake with the finish, no chance there for Manuel Neuer. Well-deserved 1-0 victory for the Swiss.
Well, he certainly didn't count on the result, but we're really happy about it. Hard game, both teams could have scored 1 or 2 more. In the end, we're more than happy to have just taken the win. Well, we need to remain realistic now. We played against a really great team. We had a great goalkeeper today as well, and we've shown once more that Basel are a serious opponent for anyone. That's what we wanted to do, and we're very proud of that.
Well, we showed a lot of commitment over 90 minutes. Everything was there except the goal. In the second half, we produced a lot of pressure. We didn't give Basel a chance until they scored. Of course, it's disappointing to leave here with a 1-0 defeat, but in the second leg, everything's possible.
Hey, Joseph Dyer sono ne ebam no. Nketwa no, memena kese no. Olympic Marseille, watching Tamlan 1-0, what they are sending call. Southern Basel so ache Bayern Munich 1-0, no so Eddie sending call. Return encounters no, 2 weeks from now. Yaba said the other so ABC etimi akọ eho ane ensem etimi aba betuja ye fra kese no ayen konketu anu yankofia UEFA
Hopes of clinching a first European trophy since 1970. They'll face either Legia Warsaw or Sporting Lisbon next.
Well, the other games being played on Thursday, and another English club, Stoke City, have it all to do in Valencia. They trail 1-0 from the first leg. PSV and Hanover with a slight advantage, but those games in Thessaloniki and Liège both intriguingly poised. Braga have a tough night ahead of them as they try to overturn a 2-0 deficit at Besiktas. And it's hard to see Lazio being able to come from 3-1 down to beat Atletico Madrid. Doubtless, though, there'll be a few more surprises.
Manchester United prepare to face Ajax in the Europa Cup. They do so without Wayne Rooney. Rooney has a throat infection and is also a doubt for the weekend's Barclays Premier League game at Norwich City. Meanwhile, Sir Alex Ferguson says he'll play a mixture of youth and experience against Ajax. The experience could come in the guise of Ryan Giggs, who, if he does appear, would reach 900 career appearances. Sir Alex, perhaps like one of his favourite red wines, says Giggs seems to get better with age.
Maturity in the respect of Ryan and changing his position a few times to playing more central has given a different aspect of his game. I mean, we always remember what Ryan was famous for was up and down that touchline, running at full backs with great balance and speed. And as opposed to today, it's a different Ryan Giggs, obviously. He's still got a change of pace, he's still got that wonderful balance, but he's not as quick as he was 10 years ago. So he's probably to his game in a different way.
The youth could come with a full debut for Paul Pogba and also a start for Tom Cleverley. Cleverley's just 22 years old and admits his earliest memories of teammate Ryan Giggs come from his back garden.
I can't remember exactly, but I remember pretending to be him in the back garden and things like that. So him and Scholesy and the more experienced players are good for us, us younger players, to have around and learn from. I think you just look at how they work from day to day, and you can learn from them on and off the pitch. And yeah, so you don't necessarily have to be speaking to them all the time. You just got to watch and learn.
Manchester United, I can see how many I Amsterdam for the best. So when Nyami Admin, Old Trafford, Channel so say Mort TV. You do one year do. Yeah, I can see an Obeshabo and Obeshabo. See, they just trails. It's the end of Joy Sports 7:35 pre-match discussion near the Ashes. Nafi 8:05. Nafi a match and Ankasa so at Totso and on Manchester United, any I Amsterdam. Return encounter. Obi Achesi will be to me booking a place. The last 16 of 2011-2012 UEFA Europa League. Manchester away win advantage. Yefe will be to me at the aye. Midika catch us Enra press conference to ja FA. No aso no na obi ahwe ni senka plavi betena and aso want na so FA ntimi antake decision ho na de enti omo ntimi antake decision ho no ori akwasi nyantachi edi nchemu no amaye.
The Executive Committee of the Ghana Football Association held a meeting this afternoon to consider the management and technical reports of the just ended 2012 African Cup of Nations competition held in Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. The reports of both management and the technical teams were fully deliberated upon, and the committee discussed the reasons for the poor turnout of the Black Stars at the just ended competition. As you are no doubt aware, the team placed fourth, far below the expectation of all of us. Before the competition, the targets that the executive committee and indeed the entirety of all Ghanaians set for the Black Stars team was to win gold at this edition of the Nations Cup. Unfortunately, we couldn't win gold. We had to contend with a fourth place showing. On behalf of the Football Association, I would like to apologize to all Ghanaians for that poor performance that the team put up in the tournament. We thought that following from our previous performances, especially the last one when we won silver, and the last but one competition when we won bronze. As a matter of course, we thought the natural progression for us was to win gold. Unfortunately, it wasn't so. Among other issues that were discussed at the executive committee meeting were the team itself, the playing body, the technical team, the position of the head coach, the future of the team, and how to build a more formidable side that will do well in the upcoming qualifiers for the 2013 African Cup of Nations and the 2014 FIFA World Cup competition. Due to the limited time at our disposal, we could not definitely and conclusively discuss all the issues. In particular, we had to defer and do further consultations on the position of members of the technical team, including the position of the head coach. We did not take a position on that at the meeting because we needed to do further consultations with other stakeholders.
Ora kwesi nyantachi na dinchichi mo betu jo se plavin sense bi nti o mantimi atwem na time nheda eni o ma o mo sa nti o mo pinpin akwa animu o mo ye further consultation no mo ahwe ni considerations ni ade se plavi betina anaso wontena ene the technical team ni nyina no ye nsem a etimi aba betu edwa ehowe na te se henra de na nya nsem kitu ana hye nso se press conference wo benya ne bebre ahwe wo sports night ni football show so am won say de ni nyina esi etie e ni nyina e Joy Sports so mo TV na mo hye ne nso say agokansie ene me de besia na nsa ne me de besia na mekọ no mekọ a me de ensem ni bi eye Grand Plavis Stevanovic interaction ni say de esi e discourse no ye ne no media for no na fe ntiatia mu entro ni ade ye bebo e de amamo abra me so afri eya agokansie dwumadie nso amon say de esi eto de bo hye ne nso enra obeka ni BA United ni pabako e kasa kubajo ka say omo FA Cup omni edubiasofo no bebo no ema so ampa enra amaso ye say nkombe kasa nenso wo mo sesa media wo mo ne omless ni ade nti wo mo twen kakra FA Cup committee for penifon so ye twen omo a yenya obia afi yene be kasa mo se de esi etie wo midin ade Adam eje Tony Adams mnem di eye dwumadie ho chiame me sorry so no Plavi beba ansana kaba de mpensempense muso abro ewo bejam dwumadie no so sound Gregory eye cameraman so Isaac and afi eye bibiatimi ekwanimo Captain Joe Saki kwanimo na afi Prince and Kwame post production bia kwanimo mami adwa director ya sorry so nyame adwa echina ye be say hia
welcome back home. I wonder whether it's not too much for you.
No, I never said that. We will see circumstances about everything, what's happened. To understand me, because I am sure that we are on the right way to still to bring.
If somebody has the floor, please let the person ask the answer was the same. If you say you did not say that, that's okay. What I want to say now is that an overwhelming majority of Ghanaians want you to go. That is one. It appears as though perhaps your contractual, agreement might not allow the DFA, for instance, to sack you. Would you yourself feel comfortable carrying out the rest of your contract or your contractual obligations in the face of all the disappointment we are expressing towards you?
Okay, I just said you, all my future I leave in the hands of GFA.
Hello? Yes.